All right, so we're going to start now. It's 4:02, and I'm calling this meeting of the Youth Council Communications and Outreach Subcommittee to order. Don't see anyone from the public. So next is member updates, if anyone wants to jump in.
I can go. So I don't really have anything like massive about communications or whatever, but Lauren and I are going to Jason Lewis is hosting like a community group thing. So I'm going as the chair and Lauren's gonna go so she can meet people for next so we can like continue our talks with the office or whatever. So that's on Monday. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, it's like I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's some sort of like human rights thing, social justice forum. Yeah.
That's super cool. Maybe like we could send something out to the whole council before our meeting just so you could get everyone's input in case there's something other people want to have talked about.
Okay, yeah. Also, I got an email from the Cambridge Youth Council asking us to that's when you send out a flyer, so I have to do that. Also, they want to meet at some point and figure out like a collaboration to like in like the greater Boston area or something. So I'll put that on I'll put the agenda for next week for our regular meeting.
Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead, Anthony.
So I have been a little bit behind on the work on the newsletter, but I'm hoping to get back to Catherine, or I'm sorry, to Jen to see how she can incorporate our youth council logo into our fourth newsletter. And hopefully once that's all settled, we'll be able to quickly get it out before our terms we can sort of send off before the 30th.
Awesome.
Anthony, is there any way you can ask Jen to put it on the website too?
Yeah, I was thinking that since like usually I send the newsletter over to Ms. McLeod for her to send to students, but since like that obviously wouldn't be as viable now with school being out, I think the website's a really great option. So I completely agree that we should get it out there.
I'm happy to share that on like Facebook and stuff because often when I post on like our Facebook page, I'll share it to like Wakefield Community Group, Wakefield Community Page, and Wakefield Moms. And I found that Wakefield Moms is like a super great group. Like I posted the YMCA thing that Catherine had us share. And so I'm hoping that that's like, it's kind of like a target group. And so I'm hoping that we can do the newsletter to them. So then hopefully, you know, parents can get involved in our work.
That's super great to hear that the Facebook is getting more involvement. I guess for my updates, I basically did the same thing as Lauren. Like I posted the thing about the why. Oh, we did Juneteenth and Pride Month posts as well. Props to Lauren for coming up with both of those ideas. And that's about it, I think, on my end. So next is a member announcement discussion. This is just, I wasn't sure if we wanted to put something out saying like, oh, like check your emails. We like sent out things. Like, how is that going to work, Jack?
So technically we cannot, technically we don't make decisions on who are members, so I do not think so. We will have to wait until the town council officially appoints people. But they said they would honor our recommendations or whatever, so I can ask Julie if we're allowed to like tell people beforehand or not. But I also think we should tell people who are non-voting members, who were not chosen to be voting members, that they weren't chosen, but they have the opportunity to become a voting member in the term if they would like.
Yeah, and they're meeting next Monday, right?
They're meeting on Monday, yeah.
28th.
So I was just gonna go because I don't think you guys have to go. I was just gonna be like, they're not gonna have any questions or anything, but I was just gonna go just in case. But you guys are free. But I emailed them the letter and stuff, and my email broke for a second, so like when I resent it, I forgot to put a subject line on it, which was really embarrassing. So like, I sent it and it was like no subject because I had a subject line the previous email, but I couldn't attach the Word document, so I had to restart my email. Then I forgot subject line, so that's fine.
It's all good. So maybe like the day after they vote or something, maybe you could send out an email and I could put something up and Lauren could just be like, check your email
Okay, cool.
to kind of like just encourage actually following up with it.
Yeah, and we're going to have our last meeting on June 30th, so we can encourage all new members to join the Zoom or
Yes,
whatever.
that too. We can do like check your email and join. Should we
Yeah.
send them the link?
Yeah, we'll send the link in the agenda.
Okay.
We'll also have to talk about. I wish Catherine was here because we're going to do an orientation where we don't have to. It's not going to be in person, so we have to figure that out. Hopefully, we'll do that in early July. So that's something we also post about too eventually.
We could also post like our like roster as well. Just be like, congratulations to all the new members, because then it's like for the public if they don't watch like the town council meeting.
Yeah, like make it all fancy or whatever.
Maybe like after we send out the emails though, because I don't want people to find out
On Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be pretty. That's
Yeah, so maybe we send the email out on June 29th, post the roster on June 30th. Like, oh no, and then we can say like join the Zoom meeting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if no one has anything else about that, a discussion on the empty middle school seat. So this is mostly gonna be towards you, Lauren, because you're the only one who's gonna be here. But we can't switch the empty middle school seat to a high schooler. So what we're thinking is kind of advertising it at the beginning of next school year. So, like as they're coming in or whatever, the administration can be like, oh, there's this opportunity that's like super cool and, all that fun stuff. And maybe we could like promote it on social medias too, but we were thinking holding that off until the start of the next school year.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Well, I'll just see what they say on the town council meeting because I assume they'll probably be like, why is there why empty seat? If they want, because usually the town council would post it on the website if there's an open seat that's be appointed, but we can ask them if we want to hold off until September.
Well, they could do it now and we could accept applications through whenever.
Yeah.
I mean, or is that set by the town?
No, well, the town council will have to extend it because because they had a set date for April 30th, so they'll have to like open up again.
So maybe they could just extend it. We could put something up now and then contact the administration.
Have them like send out a blast email to all the students. I don't know who's checking their email in the summer, but
no, I mean like at the beginning of next school year if they extend it enough, just to make sure that everyone gets the opportunity. Does that sound good, Lauren? I don't want to like put all this.
No, it's okay. No,
that's gonna happen and then we leave.
I think it's hard because like I don't know if September is like a little bit too late for the term, but I think that kind of levels out the playing field for everybody where everybody would get the same information at the same time. So maybe we can put the word out like in the summer about the empty seat, and then like applications can be due like after school starts. So then everybody has, kind of a level playing field.
Yeah. And it's not like it's a super lengthy application either. Like it should be fine if we make it a couple weeks after school starts, if the town council's okay with doing that. So
I was thinking, it's completely up to you, Lauren, but I was thinking with Alyssa that just like maybe a few weeks right after the school year starts, having that be the application deadline would be ideal.
Okay, cool. So next is just kind of like discussing roles and like the rollover of terms. And the only two people who are going to be left are Lauren and Ollie, who's not here. So I'm not really sure what I thought this would entail. I just put it there because I figured it would. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that we really need Ali here because technically he would have to accept, because obviously Lauren, I don't think she will be as vice chair. She will most likely be chair next year. So obviously we don't want the chair of the council to be the chair of a subcommittee. So
It would
the only
also just
person,
be like the interim chair though.
yeah, but interim chair. So technically, like he's not an elected person. He's kind of just like going to run the reorganization of the subcommittee next, like in 3 weeks, like in 2 weeks. So like technically, yeah, we don't have to actually. I guess we don't have to elect him. We'd be like, Ali.
We could just do it you could put it on the agenda for the actual meeting. We could just kind of, so it's like public and whatever.
Yeah. So yeah. So we put it in the meeting. So I guess yeah. So I guess we can just see like appointment of interim chairs for subcommittees. And we'll do
'cause
making
the
mental health
one.
and this one too.
Okay, and then I also think we'll need interim secretaries because there is going to be that one meeting where there'll be a little bit with no like secretary appointed by the
Mhm.
subcommittee.
Um,
I'm
I
not sure
think-
how that would work for this.
I don't think it's really necessary for this one, but we will have to figure out one for the real youth council.
Okay.
Because or we during reorganization at not the next meeting after, they can always appoint the secretary first. Secretary can take the notes and then do vice chair and chair if they want.
Yeah. Okay.
It's up to Lauren. She'll be running reorganization. So
I'll
Okay, that's
do, I mean,
probably
I'll definitely need some guidance from you guys doing it. But yeah, I'm good with whatever for reorganization.
we can talk about at the council meeting on the 30th and see would they rather appoint an interim than elect someone or to elect someone then have them do the meeting. Because Catherine can always start the minutes and someone can finish them too.
Yeah, I was thinking like we don't need like a definitive like secretary, like interim secretary role for that person, just someone who can write the minutes, maybe even.
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And this
Okay.
person wouldn't be like the real one. It would just be like, until someone's elected, we need someone to start the minutes for the next meeting. The same thing with the interim chair is they're not gonna be the real chair because they're not elected by the new term of the council, but like someone just run things until they
Okay.
elect them. So if that makes any sense.
Great. Yeah. Okay, so then the next agenda item doesn't matter. That was appoint the interim chair. And Ollie's not here. So discussing subcommittee membership outreach for next term. This is just something that because there's only going to be 2 people, and that's not like reasonable. Either A, in terms of like quorum and things, and B, in terms of running everything. So I don't know if at the next meeting we kind of want to make a pitch, be like, hey, there's like a bunch of stuff that's going to be open, like you could run the Instagram or the Facebook or work on the newsletters, but we definitely need to get people to join somehow. I don't know if anyone has any ideas.
We can just say that we need people at the meeting, and then we can see who wants to do it. We take interest at the meeting, and then we can just add them onto the email, have them come.
Okay.
Because membership, how did this work? Like members kind of just go and join, and they were members of. Okay, so we don't do that.
Yeah, like basically, and
was
like they
gonna
could come and contribute to the meetings, but they don't have to be official subcommittee members.
I feel like they want to be subcommittee members. Like, technically, the
Yeah.
way everyone else does it is the chair assigns people to subcommittees, like how they do in school committee.
Well, they have like 15 different subcommittees, so we only have 2.
So yeah, true. So
We can always do like an interest form to see if somebody wants to like create a new one or join one, and then we can kind of like assign them, but like based on their interest.
yeah, and also
That would be cool.
yeah, speaking of that, Lauren, we need to talk about the good news subcommittee. Because I don't know, we need to figure that out, Jenna. Do you want to text her since we're not gonna be here much longer, so you can figure out.
I can definitely do that. I think that's something that like I feel like would be good to start on the new term because it's like a new group of people. But yeah, I'll definitely figure that out with her and get that rolling because I love the idea. I just like we haven't really had the chance to do that yet.
Yeah.
Also, Lauren, I don't know if this is something you want to do. I'm sorry, we're like throwing things at you, but I put together a doc on kind of like how I run the Instagram, like with links to templates I made and stuff. So I don't know if we want to do something similar for the Facebook. Obviously, it's not going to be like as many steps, like go to this template and use this thing and like that kind of structure. But I did put that together, and I also kind of included the link tree with it just because it's so similar. It's like post this and make sure the link is activated. So
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
okay. Because I was
Yeah, I'll
thinking
do that for the Facebook. And then I know we also talked about doing it for our roles.
I
So
made it.
I was gonna write for chair. Did we do that? Because I know I didn't do
I
it.
made like a combined document that I shared with you guys, which is kind of a list of
Okay.
things. I had a bunch of free time in stats, so I was like,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I will.
that document exists. Feel free to add to it.
Okay.
And if you want, I can share the one that I made about the Instagram with you if you want it for kind of a base. Because we should probably keep them separate roles, even though they're like very connected. It might be a lot for one person. So we could be like, here, you can look at them. If you're interested, like contact your respective person. Like we can answer any questions and that kind of thing. So people don't think they're just taking on this unknown thing. I don't know if you wanted to do something like that about the newsletters, Anthony. Kind of the same thing, just so people know what they're taking on.
I could definitely do some type of template thing with for the like the secretary role and with the how I create the
Yeah.
newsletters, which really isn't like too much at all
Yeah.
with the newsletters especially.
I was gonna say it might be
Yeah.
good to make a template for the minutes because I feel like that's kind of like that's a big job. And I know like you obviously do a great job on it. So I feel like if you could do like here, like this is how you word who voted, who seconded, and stuff like that. So that might be helpful.
Awesome. So if no one has anything else, I can take a motion to adjourn.
I motion.
I second.
All right, Jack,
Yes.
Lauren,
Yes.
Anthony,
Yes.
and myself, yes.